Hey everybody, it's Eddie V. I'm here at home, finally at home. Took a day off to come out here and just take care of stuff. I was in Kenosha. I went to the IKEA out there. I bought myself a new computer desk. I put that together, and you wouldn't believe it. I had a couple screws or bolts missing out of that thing. I still put it together. But the cool thing about IKEA is that you can contact IKEA support, tell them what you need, give them the part number, and they supposedly send it out to your house for free, which is kind of cool. And they do that. I'm still waiting on it. I mean, I got the table functioning. I'm missing 3 or 4 bolts. No, 3 bolts and a couple anchors. I still managed to put my computer on there, and I put it in my bedroom. I've been wanting a computer desk in my bedroom. I had it on a table tray, and that's just not the sturdiest thing on the planet. And I felt like I needed to invest. I was going to invest in a computer table. This one's small enough. It fits. It just fits right next to my bed. And the thing is, like, when you're doing content creation, you're always brainstorming. And for me, when you're doing this kind of work, you kind of want to make. For me, as a the book that I always think about is as a man thinketh, and it's an old book, came out in the early 1900s, maybe I want to say the 20s or 30s. I got a Alexa, when did the book When a Man Thinketh come out?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
She doesn't know anything now. Alexa, is there a book called As a Man Thinketh?
As a Man Thinketh, the original unabridged, by James Allen. The audiobook is one credit from Audible. Want to place your order?
Alexa, what year did that book become released?
I'm not sure what went wrong.
It's terrible. As a Man Thinketh. Alexa, the book As a Man Thinketh, what year was it released?
The book As a Man Thinketh was released in 1903.
Wow, that's old. So you think about it, that book's over 100 years old. And the information in it is the same as we have today. As you focus on something, you reiterate to yourself who you are, what you want to do, and you just grind it. You grind every day in that direction, and that's who you are. And the thing is that I did buy the book. It's a little book. I read the pamphlet, and it sticks with me. And then I had looked on TikTok, and they had the this thing, this trend that you put in, write the word book, and then the first book, it'll recommend a book to you, and that's the one that you're most likely to be, you know, in sync with, and that's the book that came up for me. So that's why it's been on my mind. And the thing about that is, it's all about this. And when I get up, I think about YouTube. I think about content. I think about the things I want to do with YouTube, and the direction that I'm taking, and the skills I have to learn. For you to take on YouTube is an endeavor. Everybody wants to always tell you, "Oh man, it's easy." I mean, they will tell you, just grab a camera and just start recording. But what if you want to have a website? Do you pay to get that website done, or do you learn how to do your own website? Become multifaceted, and say, I put together my website, and I'm learning these skills. I'm making myself, this is a journey. That's the journey. For me, I'm on my second website. Uh, it's a lot different now from when I first started, and it's still a chore. But the thing is that it takes a lot of time to get all the information you need to move forward. Like when you're, typing away, making a mistake here, making a mistake there. But I will say this: that the introduction of AI, when you get stuck on something, will help you, and it has helped me, and I started utilizing it, and I like it. I like using AI when I work on the computer. If I have a question, I ask it. I mean, I integrate it in the things that I do. So, you know, the whole concept of starting a business online, well, guess what? You need customers. Now, starting a business online, you throw your hook out there. You think, well, I'm going to get a following on YouTube. You got to go past that. You have to learn to say, hey, I have to contact my customers. I have to create a contact list. And the way you do a contact list, give them a gift, give them a PDF, give them something, a roadmap, tell them what you're trying to do, and offer it as a free gift. And then on your website, or no, on your YouTube channel, have your landing page address on your profile. Have them hit the landing page, takes them to the landing page, and that's where you kind of show them, or introduce them to who you are and what you want to do for them, to make them learn how to do the business, their business, because it could be anything, depending on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to build a client list, then yeah, you need a PDF, or you need something to have them come see your channel, or see your landing page, and submit their email. That way you're slowly building a customer list, a client list. And then you have to have the offer. The thing is, I've followed a lot of different people on YouTube. I learned from a lot of different people. One of the people I really respect and admire is Miles Beckler, because he's not trying to hammer you with expensive courses. He's more about giving you a ton of information for free, teaching you how to do this the right way. And then it's like a reciprocal type of thing, his business. I mean, you want to buy stuff from the guy because he's so unselfish. And the thing is, he's got great content. He's got a blog, and part of what I like to do is the affiliate marketing end of it. I want to be able to grow in that arena. And the thing is that now it's become an obsession for me, as far as getting involved with this on a daily basis. I have to do something that pushes me forward, something that enables me to say, well, I have forward progress here. It's always on my mind, always on my mind. When I go to work, I do my job, but I'm thinking, well, what do I have to do next in order to put my business forward, or build my YouTube channel? The thing is this, it's more or less like I have a desire to build a YouTube channel. And along the way, I want it to be healthy growth. I want to be able to provide good content, good information, and also, yeah, I'd like to create a support base where I can interact with people on my channel, help them out, and just that's what I want to do. And the thing is that it sounds easy, right? The strategy is like, boom, we're there, we're just there. So you're not just there. You have to have a lot of planning and a lot of execution. And if you're not doing that, then you're not doing anything. A lot of people wish they had a channel. A lot of people wish they had followers, or they had subscribers. But unless you're putting a video out, unless you're looking it over and you're trying to provide better content, you're not doing anything. And even when you are doing something, you may feel like you're not getting anywhere. But the thing is that you have to understand your reason why you're doing it. Me personally, I'm in. I'm 100% in. When I first started dabbling with it, it was overwhelming. I didn't understand a lot of things, and you go in with these presuppositions, and you think that you know things, and you don't know anything. It's a lot of battles. You got to fight a lot of battles, and you're gonna lose a lot. But the thing is, the people that make it in this business are the ones that get up and go do it all over again, and they're not expecting a big payoff, because it's just a slow burn. Some people are Michael Jordans, are just mavericks. They just rise to the top. And in my whole life, I've always just been a Joe average, just putting along, doing my thing. But along the way, I learned how to do it very well, and I know how to implement. And the thing is that whatever lessons I learned them the hard way. So they're lessons that I held on to, because I earned those lessons, and I'm still learning my lessons. I'm still tinkering around with websites. I'm still tinkering around with affiliate marketing. And I'm still tinkering around with creating offers that help people do what I'm doing, you know. And the thing is that the big question that people have is like, oh, you got imposter syndrome. You're not who you think you are. But in a lot of ways, I'd have to debate that now because I've taken a lot of ass whooping. I failed a lot, and the thing is that I'm still failing, but I'm still learning, and I'm still extending my grasp. And the thing is that you have to have that wherewithal as well if you want to compete in this arena. If you know how to put together a course because you know how to play guitar, or you know how to videotape a house, for sale, or you know how to give people loans. The thing is that you might have all that knowledge, but you don't know how to access that knowledge. You don't know how to put it together in a way you can make money. And that's where my lessons that I've learned allow me to help people bridge that gap, get them to the other side, get them going. And the thing is that, this isn't an overnight thing. It takes a lot of time. Yeah, you could always say, like, well, I'm just going to use my cell phone and I'm going to move forward. Yeah, you could do that, definitely. But, I always look at it like, I want good production value. I'm not going to kill myself. I'm not going to overdo it on the production value, but just little incremental growth. Like I worked on my logo, I worked on my PDF, I worked on my website. Those are all tools. Those are all tools. But at the end of the day, the greatest thing about YouTube, or the biggest asset that YouTube offers you, is the ability to communicate. Is to tell people what they need to know if they don't know it. And you're going to give them an opportunity to ask you what they need to know. Because if you know something that they don't know, that's definitely information that's worth something. If I want to learn how to play guitar, and I said, well, let me get on the internet, let me get on YouTube and get a course. I want to do it in the privacy of my own home. I watch a lot of YouTube because I enjoy it, and I can honestly say that I'm in that world. This is what consumes me. When I get up in the morning, I'm thinking about YouTube. When I go to bed, I'm thinking about YouTube. You know, Even buying this desk from IKEA is so I could do YouTube better, so I can have a good spot to sit down and make a video and do digital moxie, my podcast, and that's my hobby, man. That's what I do. You know, would I love to transition this into a full time career? Definitely. And in a lot of ways, when I'm not working as much as I'm working, a lot of my efforts go into this. I like learning about computers. I like learning about websites. I like learning about affiliate marketing. I like marketing in general. So for me, it's something that intrigues me. It's something that draws me to it. So that was my little spiel on my computer desk. I got a computer here. I got a camera. I download information onto the computer. I uh, I use Filmora. I make videos. I make my videos on Filmora. I edit them. I put music to them. And the thing is that all that stuff, I didn't know how to do any of that stuff. A lot of stuff took time. Most of us are not going to have a camera guy. We're not going to have an editor. We're not going to be in the kitchen and somebody like following our every movement. We're going to have to set up and talk. And then, the effort comes when you want, like, well, I'm going to make a different kind of shot. Or I got to have another camera here and another camera there. I definitely want to do all that stuff. But right now, I'm just mastering the basics. I'm mastering the things that I'm controlling the things I can control. So the thing is this: in order to grow on YouTube, you need content, and you need good content. And every piece of content you put out it should be better than the last content you put out. So it's just climbing the stairs, climbing the stairs, climbing the stairs. And if you care enough, then you'll try to make that one video better than the other. And maybe you'll be put in front of the right people that you resonate with. I really feel that there's an audience for everybody. There's a core of people, your crew, your people, your peeps are out there. And you making your content and you being who you are, you're gonna find them. It's gonna take a little time, maybe no time at all. But the point is that unless you're in the game, you're not playing. You don't have a position. And these positions, they're given to everybody if they want them. So stop hoping and dreaming and just start taking action. I always like when Sean Cannell says, just record, man. Just say record, just push record. He's right. He's absolutely 100% correct. Because unless you're moving forward, unless you're active in it, and unless you're trying to improve on a daily basis, you're really not doing anything. Activity doesn't necessarily translate into, you know, into progress, but in this arena it does. Sometimes it does. It's a lot of people with just dumb luck, you know. I mean, just like I was hearing a story about a guy who purchased a lobster from a grocery store and he raised the lobster. He made him a pet. I mean, the lobster eventually died, and then I don't know if he ate him or whatever. But it was a big enough story where people started following that, and they wanted to know what happened to that lobster. It's about storytelling. It's about sharing. YouTube is a lot of things. Some people like to hear stories about lobsters or sharing or pets, and those are the people that that were attracted to him. So whatever niche you're in, like I don't play video games, but I'll tell you right now, look at PewDiePie. He made a whole mega big career. That was like one of the big names that I heard in on YouTube. And even Mr. Beast, I didn't know him until a couple years ago. I was like, who's this guy? And then you realize, like, dang, this guy's as old as my kid, and he's like a big time YouTuber. Then you start paying attention. Then I see my grandkid, because Dad or Grandpa, see that guy? He's a YouTuber. And they're like, yeah, I didn't know. I didn't realize that. So just by that whole deal right there, it goes to show you how many opportunities are out there. If you could see a YouTuber that has 1 million subscribers and you don't even know who he is, I guarantee you there's room for you to be, in that arena as well. And the thing is that I always see how people like, oh man, if I won the lottery, I'd be set. Let me tell you something. It doesn't really take that much money to be set. If you really break it down, you got basic things in life. You gotta have somewhere to live. You have to have transportation. You have to have money for food and utilities. You have to have money for the daily grind. And the thing is that, we're out there doing what we got to do to get to that point. So along the way, let's do what we want to do. And that, for me, what I'm doing here is what I like to do. Now I'm supposed to get up for work early tomorrow. I gotta I'm in Whiting. I'm in Indiana, Whiting, Indiana. My job is all the way in Kenosha. It's an hour and a half drive from where I'm at. Not bad, but not great. But if I'm driving home after work, it's a 2 hour, 2.5 hour drive. That sucks. So for me to get to work on time, I have to get up at 3 in the morning, leave out of here by 3:30, get there by 5:30, and I swipe in to start at 6. And what a grind, man! I've been doing that for a long time, and it's just like it's good medicine in the way of saying, like, is that what you want to do? Is that what you're here for? Is just to get up and go to work, get up, go to work? What about pursuing the things you like? A lot of guys that I've been working with, they love going to the bar after work. There's nothing wrong with that. Go to a bar, enjoy yourself. But you know what? I'm an older guy, man. I don't want to drink and then go home and sleep and just feel like crap. I need to get my rest. And I would rather be doing something that I enjoy, and that would be like YouTube or messing around with my computer, learning how to make a better website, learning how to make a landing page, learning how to make a lead, a lead generator, just so many things that you could do. And once you learn how to do something, that knowledge is yours, and you're still moving forward. And those are the things I like to do. Not everybody likes to do that, and I don't fault anybody for what they like to do, because that's their business. And the thing is, I want to be around people that enjoy my business, what I like to do, and then I like to open it up. Like that's why most uh, most podcasts don't go anywhere. But again, like I said, I'm doing it for me. I'm doing my videos for me. I like the products that I use. I like some of the products I like to use are VidIQ, OpusClip. You know, there's a couple of other products I'll be using that generate title, you know, like generate thumbnails, but you're able to generate a better likeness of yourself. That's something like, yeah, that's cool. I would like to create a cool thumbnail and have my own look, my own style. I do have my own look as far as how I create my thumbnails. And you know, sometimes you got to create what the masses like, but then also you got to create what you like, because at the end of the day, you're the one that's doing it. That's who you are. That's what you're offering. But you know, you hear a lot of people who strategize and tell you, "Oh no, you got to do what the masses like, because that's the only way you know you're going to be able to attract a bigger following." Well, the reality of it for me is I believe in search engine optimization of the videos, and I get that off VidIQ. It allows me to look for keywords and generate a title and then create a video in that arena. And the thing is that I'm still kind of green and still kind of new at that part, but that's the direction I'm taking it. I mean, VidIQ's grown so much. They have a thumbnail generator. Now they got AI. You know, they give you, you know, it's really it's a product. You could actually say it's an all-in-one product now. But I like options, man. I mean, if I was really tight on money, then I'd say like I can only stay with one program, and that'd be VidIQ. Or you know, I want OpusClips, and I want Taja. I like Taja AI because you do your rough video, you send it to Taja AI, it goes through everything, gives you chapters, it gives you a synopsis of what you're doing. It even has a generator for your clips, as a thumbnail generator. So there's a lot of all-in-one tools that you can get involved in. But at the end of the day, it's kind of cool because it's like a buffet. You get to pick what you want that you like, and those are some of the tools that I like to use. And you know, I mean, I use Filmora. Filmora is what I got them on a couple of my computers, and yeah, there's other graphic, you know, graphic design or you know or other softwares that I could edit my videos. But I feel really comfortable with Filmora. Been using it for a while now, and it's just, I mean, even that I haven't mastered that. But to be honest with you, I can put together a video. You know, as of late in the last week, I really, like I said, my concentration has come back. I'm expanding my. I have a couple websites that, in my opinion, are underutilized, and I want to expand their reach. And I want to be able to offer more, and that's what I'm going to do. You know, that's what I'm doing. So we all have to push a reset button, and we all have to move forward. And the thing is that you can push that button as many times as you want. Don't ever be afraid. Like right now, one of my web pages or websites, I want to just tear it down and rebuild it. You know, I want to change its identity. I want to boost different. I want to change different things on it. But like I said, you know, that's a big undertaking, and you know, like there's things that are prudent to do, and other things like don't do that because you're gonna just set yourself back. Do it slowly, and then eventually, gradually move into the direction you want. So that's what I've been doing. You know, as far as my schedule goes, it's been working. And when I don't feel too tired, I'll get on the computer and I start generating more content, or I just start working on the things that I know as far as mess around with the computer as far as websites and all the things that are tools and necessities in this business. And like I could have made a video of the big reveal of me making my IKEA table and me opening the box and building it all up. That was an idea that I had, but I said, you know what? I don't have time for that right now. I just want to make the damn box. It was sitting in my car for a couple days, and sometimes you just want to get home and just do it real quick. I could probably do. I went to Home Depot, and they had a wrench set. They had a socket set for Father's Day. I'm a father, so I bought it for myself. Do I need it? Probably not, but the price was so good, I had to get it. And I could do a whole video on that. I could do the opening of it, but like I said, I want more compelling content. I want something that I mean, maybe that will benefit you, but it's just you're always thinking about the kind of content you want to make. And if you make it and it's good, then you're happy, you feel positive. If you make it and then you got a video that you worked on and it looks great, then you're happy with that. And the thing is that my climb or my growth has been, you know, step by step. I've not rocketed to total success yet, but the thing is, if I'm moving forward, I'm moving forward, and that's all I'm asking myself is keep moving forward. As far as things go, that's like I said, that's on the foremost thing of my mind. So I'm gonna end this real quick Impromptu podcast. Tomorrow's a new day. I'm getting tired. I might want to make another one tomorrow. And like I said, just get a feel for this stuff. So, peace out. I hope you enjoy this. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helps you out. If you like it, subscribe or give me a thumbs up or leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Thanks.